Welcome to PTV World and a very, very, very happy 10th anniversary to PTV World. Today is a very special day for not just me and Fizza, but also for the entire PTV Corporation. By the way, I'm your host Fahim Bangish, and with me, as I introduced, is...
I am Fizza Sajabal. Welcome to PTV World and a very happy 10th anniversary, a decade of success for PTV World, of course. We are going to celebrate this day with lovely guests we have with us. I think
But
Fahim...
first,
yeah?
I must ask you, how happy are you?
I'm
Tell me
very
honestly.
happy. I am very happy, of course, because I have been associated with PTV World since 9.5 years now. I was there on first anniversary. I remember you performing on first anniversary, and see, it's 10 years now. It's
Been
lovely.
10 years. It seems like
Yeah.
yesterday, but it has been 10 years.
Exactly.
And it's miraculous how time passes so quickly.
So true, and it's such a moment of pride for us, of course, for me as well, because me joining as a budding anchor, still I'm trying to improve myself, but still, you know, this journey seems so good now, so good for personalities. It has evolved me a lot. It has worked in the best of all
grown with PTV World.
True.
PTV has taught us so many
Yeah.
things. It has helped us meet so many new people, so many accomplished people,
So
so
true.
many celebrities. And I must say, I am proud of being a part of PTV World.
So
because
true.
I still remember I was with PTV News first, and then it was announced, okay, we have an English channel. And that was a huge, it's a moment that I cannot describe, that, okay, we have an English channel in Pakistan
So
now.
true. And you know, it's also a very, very proud thing for us, because we must be, because PTV World, it's been successful 10 years and counting. Because
Yes.
a lot of, you know, English channels were there in the country, but they somehow couldn't work. But PTV World is consistent, being a medium of Pakistan and the world, so that we can convey our culture, our heritage, our positive things about Pakistan.
Absolutely.
And we can absolutely connect to the world through this medium, because of course English is a language, it's an official universal language we can all connect to. It's very important to have a one medium that is a very important, of course, the language that we can convey what Pakistan is, what we people are, and what are we actually want to, and what we are destined to, and to get on with the world as well.
Absolutely. And now we must introduce our esteemed guests
Yes.
to you right now, because we have a very lovely panel of guests today with us on the 10th anniversary of PTV World, starting off with Dr. Kaleem Imam Saab, former IG Punjab, and you're also a PhD doctor. So
Yes.
thank you very much for being here.
Thank you very
Yes.
much for inviting, and congratulations on the 10th anniversary.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you indeed.
And with Mr. Kaleem Imam, we have Mr. Faisal Niaz. Thank you very much for joining us on PTV World. He is the thing I'm attracted to or most inspired to is that you are also a calligraphy artist. He's a painter and by profession educationist as well.
Thank you. Thank you so much for calling us and being part of your celebration. So it's a big thing. So congratulations to all of you on
Yes,
this very,
and-
very
Thank you.
happy
Artists are
moment.
also, I mean, I being an artist myself,
Wow.
I love
Wonderful.
meeting like-minded people and artist community people. And with Faisal Saab, we have Miss Farida Faisal. Ma'am, you're not only an educationist, but also the wife of Faisal Saab here. And thank you for coming here and taking our time.
I must say, a lovely couple. You make
Oh, yes.
an artist, educationist. What a lovely pair. And you know, what a lovely
Kind
pair to grow children up with. I would be very much interested to know what your kids are doing.
Yes, quite,
So thank you very much for having us over, and I'm really happy for you and for PTV World as well. I think, as you rightly said, that it is putting up this image of Pakistan, a positive image of
True.
Pakistan, to the world in a language and a medium which is easily comprehensible. So well done, and I hope that you continue on the trailblazing path.
Thank you very
Well,
much.
we
We
hope
learn
so
from
too,
you, Miss
yes.
Farida, of course. You're an educationist. You're building up much more. Amazing kids, I'm very sure about it. With her is our lovely guest, Dr. Farah Naz. She's foreign affairs expert. Thank you very much for joining us at PTV World.
Thank you, Fizza, for
And
having me.
I'm sure many of the viewers who are watching right now must have seen you on the screens of PTV World.
Yes.
You're a regular part of our foreign affairs
Yeah.
programs,
Yes.
and it's lovely to have you in one of our casual shows because we always have you in our
Yeah.
formal shows.
Exactly. So
yeah.
I think that's the reason when I was here, Dr. Kareem said I could not recognize you because I'm always in a serious mood and with a serious impression. So something casual, I think people cannot relate with me.
No, I'm sure that would be a lovely conversation
Yeah.
with you, and you will enjoy yourself during
Thank
the
you.
show. And with her, we have makeup artist, beautician. She has her own salon. She's Ambreen Azhar. Thank you very much for joining us in PTV World.
Thank you very much for inviting me, and I must congratulate everyone here and thank you very much for making me part of your celebration.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
You guys are a very important part of everything because everyone wants to look better first of all, and then
Exactly.
you know, they want to appear on the screen. So thank
Especially
you very
females.
much.
Does matter.
No, I think males are more conscious about their skin and everything. in
Everyone
dressing
is
today.
conscious.
Everyone
These
is
days,
conscious,
yeah.
all right.
These
But
days,
ornament.
yeah, appearance
I would
matters.
agree with
All
that.
mind.
I would agree with
Beauty
that.
needs no ornament, and think of beauty is joy forever.
Oh
Oh,
yes.
wow, that's
oh
lovely.
yes. Oh,
That's
yes.
a lovely thing.
If you
I
are
mean,
joyous
note to-
inside, you're beautiful outside.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Yes, you're right.
So, Kaleem Saab, you have served as an IG Punjab. You are retired now, and you have also done your PhD. And today you're here on our 10th anniversary. First of all, I would like your comments as far as PTV and it being a medium of giving out positive information, neutral information to the masses. What do you think, and how have you found PTV World so far?
Well, generally, I would say that Pakistan television has a very big impact on the generation that we come from. We have seen it developing from a black and white to a color television, and we have seen it starting at 5 p.m. and closing right at 11:30, and that was PTV. But then we saw movies, and then we saw it evolve over the years, and then we saw now PTV has so many channels, you know, and lovely dramas, lovely sort of an educational programs, entertainment programs. The generation that I come from, PTV has a big impact on us. Those were in time of these channels, you know, which starts at 7 and can give you big stress and anxiety, you know. But PTV was
That's
all
true.
about grooming, making you happy. There were dramas like Khuda Ki Basti and other, you know, who would actually make you understand what society is all about.
True.
But the PTV World English, you know, has a very significant place in what's happening in society. You see, I was recently in UK, and I met a lot of families who say our children who can't actually speak Urdu in such a way, and they are interested to know what's happening in Pakistan.
True.
And PTV World, you know, English is providing them that forum, you know.
And especially the generation who is, you know, bringing up, they're actually, I don't know why, but they are much more declined towards the English language because I think it's a medium that we can connect to the whole of the world. That is why all the internet, social media is also using the English language. They're much more declined and they are much more familiar to the language English instead of rather Urdu. But of course, we cannot forget Urdu
See,
because
people-
PTV News is also doing great
the
in that.
diaspora living in abroad, you know, they are
Yeah.
very much interested. Their hearts are back home over here,
True.
and of course their parents do understand Urdu, but the third or the fourth generation, you know, it's not so fluent with Urdu. So they love your programs, you know, and I was very happy to see. And I've been part of this channel, you know, when I see a lot of discussion which goes on, and I become part of it. And the best part I've seen in the English is they don't actually influence you. When I've been coming over here talking about extremism and terrorism and other governance issues, you know. So I say what I have researched, and I say what I've learned from the experience, and then they gave you that space, you know. And like what she just says, I'm teaching at university, Qaeda University and Islamic University, and I often suggest to them, go and see how Pakistanis speak English, you know. Look at their accent, look at how they actually can convey, you know, in a coherent manner some of the global issues and giving you way forward, you know. I think it's a wonderful channel. Your people are doing a great job, and see you youngsters speak English so fluently and be able to express, you know. You can all go to Hollywood someday, you know.
Thank
start
you.
acting,
That
you know.
would be like,
Lovely.
you know, yeah. All right,
Now,
Mr.
yeah.
Okay,
go
thank
ahead.
you, Fahim. All right, Mr. Faisal, we would like, you are calligraphy artist, you're a painter. What else do you do? Then we will start the
Yeah,
conversation.
so somehow my people know me more as an artist now, but
Right.
for 30 years or so, I've been associated with the corporate world.
Okay.
So I've been with the telecom industry for all this time.
Right.
So that is important, that it is not just that you concentrate on the 9 to 5 job that you are, the money that you are earning into it. It's very important to have that passion that you have, and if it is any form of art, I encourage all the parents that make sure that we keep telling our children that he is good in maths and he is good in physics, but encourage them into arts, and that will make them a more complete person.
Yes.
So I do my job, that is where I spend most of the time, but art has become kind of my signature thing people associate with me, and that I'm very proud of it.
You know, I
And-
also
and-
like
yeah.
to paint because I think painting is the lovely, I mean, on canvas, when you started painting, it's like you are talking to yourself. It feels like
Absolutely.
that, because I love painting too.
Absolutely.
But I'm not that
And
good, of
I-
course.
and-
That
and
should
a lot
just
of
be
parents-
confined to my
A lot
storeroom.
of parents keep telling that art is an inborn thing and you cannot be an artist. There's no such thing.
Yeah,
You
you're
keep
right.
encouraging, and it becomes better and better. Like you said, that everybody wants to draw, but they are not encouraged enough to brush up their talent.
Yes.
Art brings that, again I repeat, that balance in your personality, and you are contributing also which other people can enjoy
And
and
art
Also,
has various
being
forms.
being an artist myself, I don't paint, I sing, but at times
Wonderful.
I lose that inspiration. What inspires you to
Okay.
continue, and what keeps you motivated to continue doing that?
The best thing about art, may that be music or may that be painting or whatever, is there is so much inspiration around you. I mean, there are so many moods around you. Even if you are in a sad mood, it has music which will give you a sad song.
Yeah.
Even if you are in a good mood, it will give you an upbeat song. Same is with the art. So that's why there is calligraphy. I make all kind of the Sufi art. I make all kind of vibrant paintings when I'm in a good mood. So, and the black and whites. So for an artist, ever the field he or she is into, there is so much around you that even if you're in your worst mood or in the best or in the cheerful mood, you are able to transform into a form of art.
I think you just need to open your eyes and see.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
Exactly.
absolutely.
Like, we would like to have word with Ms. Farida as well. You're an educationist associated with this industry for so long now,
Yes.
bringing up so many, I'm sure, wonderful kids and young generation. What do you think that how important it is, especially the significance of our PTV World channel, that how important this English language is, that the young generation should be into it? Because don't you think so that we can actually communicate to the world in a better way, you know, and we can actually go abroad. There is no limits then to study, because if you're confined to just one language, you can confine to some of the areas, like if you're going to university or topics, you cannot explore much. What do you have to say?
Is that actually English or any other language is a skill. Today's world requires skill.
So true.
More than degrees, it is what you can do, what you can create that matters. So in that, I believe being able to speak in English, create content in English has a great value. So we are in a world where there is opportunities for people who are doing work for themselves instead of looking for employment.
Yeah.
So like on the net, that and for that, for any kind of content writing, you will be needing this skill. I think PTV World and other opportunities like this can provide the youths the opportunities and the way they can express their talents as well, you know. So yeah, maybe that would be an area where more of your programming could be targeted towards. Particularly, you know, a number of educationists sitting here. I mean, I'm very proud to say that you are a product of, you know, of a related, you know,
Yeah.
of my institution, but
Yes.
it goes to show that, I mean, if you build up the skills, then these can be utilized.
So true.
And
Yeah.
PTV is playing a part in it.
Actually,
so
when
very
PTV
important.
World was launched, we did have a program. One of our senior anchors and myself, we used to do this program with the name of Mind Your English,
Yes.
and that was about teaching people
Yeah.
how to speak in a very casual atmosphere, where they would actually learn in a fun manner.
Exactly.
And we kept, even after the program finished, we kept on receiving feedback for so many years. And unfortunately, at that time, YouTube was blocked. So we couldn't really upload all that information. That
You
we-
guys should do it together now, again.
I really want to. That's one of my passions. Besides singing,
Yes,
this
you
is
are
one of
right,
my
course,
passions.
because that was a lovely program, and there are many words, you know, we speak in our daily language that we pronounce very wrong. Because we are anchors, we should focus on pronunciation. As far as
I think
yeah.
everybody should, because
Yeah.
my teacher used to say you need to do justice to the language
To the
that
language,
you speak.
too, yeah, whether
So
it
that's
Urdu,
what I have
English or
been
whatever, yeah.
following all my life. Yes,
True.
that's Urdu or English, or Pashto for that matter.
Yes, or Punjabi for that matter.
True, true.
Yeah.
Any language for that
Yes,
matter.
yes, yes. All right, so we have Dr. Farah Naz. Thank you very much for joining us on PTV World. Dr. Farah, you are coming to PTV World to giving your opinion on current affairs. You are foreign affairs expert. And you are pretty much familiar to the environment here in PTV World. Your words, your thought on a decade anniversary of PTV World today.
Yeah, I think it's a lovely experience so far, and honestly, if I share some of the major ones, are that when my friends from across the world, they tell me, we are proud of you, we are proud of the team back in there, and we are now getting awareness about it. Pakistan has the expertise and they have the skills. It's more about when, where, and how to showcase that. And you guys were having a good discussion about the language. I think language is one of the major things when it comes to communication and, you know, sharing your thoughts and sharing your experiences and telling the world this is what we have.
Exactly.
So I think through this platform, many people like my friends, my colleagues across the world who were not aware of that Pakistan can have this side too. So it's also helping us in improving the soft image of Pakistan in a far more better way and easier way. And I would say PTV World is playing its due share and role in that, and I'm really glad to be a part of the team here.
And that's the whole point of creating PTV World in the first place, to project that image of Pakistan which people don't know about, because many of the Western societies, they don't know anything about Pakistan.
And
And
for
you know,
me,
Farah,
sorry,
yes, please. Yeah.
So one more thing that I've noticed while being a part of the PTV World team is that when people across the world, my teachers and all those professors who want to know Pakistan's state narrative on and stands on different issues, they now switch to PTV World because they know now that, of course, learning through my experiences here, that whatever comes from this channel is the state narrative, the state stance.
Exactly.
And I am really proud to say that the channel kind of provide information that is unbiased, that is very balanced and factually correct. It does not promote something that goes against the state and the government, which is, I think, the right attitude. Any national
PTV
TV
does not encourage drama.
Yes, yes.
And, we're not
And
like
there
actually
is no
politicizing
kind of
something.
mock exercises and all of that. So it's like a clear and straight business. And I think I'm always critical of various states, and PTV World never stopped me from being critical. So this is something where I can experience that, yes, they do promote way kind of, you know, information that is factually correct, irrespective of how it's going to be shaped later in the diplomatic front. So really good approach.
Yes, and you know, we were talking about that it's a very good medium, and PTV World is a good channel to communicate throughout the world. The people, the embassies which are present in Pakistan, we have a very good chance to interact with the ambassadors of different countries, because almost all the countries in the world have embassies here in the capital.
Yes.
So we got a chance to talk to diplomats, to different ambassadors, to get their point of view, to address any issue which state is facing, or any important matter. We can easily interact, because otherwise there would be a gap. you know, if
Yeah.
we could have to.
I assure you, Fiza, that they all are watching PTV World very closely.
Yeah.
Because through various shows where I contributed, they've been reaching out to me straight away. And I was like, oh, okay, so you've been getting watched.
Yeah.
So it's not me, but it's the channel that they have a trust on. They kind of consider it for various kind of perspectives that are coming up from the current affairs program. So yeah, good job.
Yes, we believe so, because it's wonderful 10 years and every day it's improving, the anchors are improving, the channels itself is growing. So it's wonderful experience, of course.
Right, and our, I wouldn't say the last guest, because we would say we should have guests all the time. So you are doing a great job in the field of makeup, in the field of grooming, and you've seen how PTV World has groomed over the years, how PTV, not just PTV World, PTV Corporation as a whole. How would you comment on that? And of course it's been 10 years, 10 years is a long time. I'm sure you have been watching television at home as well. How would you comment on the grooming of our anchors and how it's presented on the screens, being a beautician yourself?
I think overall grooming and makeup has improved a lot over the years. Initially, I have seen PTV dramas. They were, you know, cakey kind of makeup previously that was done on PTV as well and on all channels. But with the passage of time, things have improved a lot. Makeup, styling, the things have become more natural, not that cakey look and not that special, you know, kind of hairdos, the heavy hairdos, and if you have, the old
Humps on the head. The back combing it trails.
you have
I
seen
call it hump on the
the
head,
back combings, because initial I have seen many newscasters on PTV. They had very high back combings.
But I think that was a style back
That
then.
was style, but you know, with the passage of time, these things have, you know, these are not in fashion nowadays. Easy to go, you know, simple makeup, simple styling, simple dressing.
Yes.
So how would you
We should
compare?
all-
How would you compare the grooming of PTV World with the other channels?
I think much better over the years.
Okay.
Of course, PTV World has something, you know, we can, your programs and your style of conducting your programs is a bit different as compared to other channels.
Yeah, it's a bit
So
more serious because
you have,
after all,
you
we're
are
a
very,
news
you know,
channel.
very sober, you conduct your programs in a decent way. So everything is, if this is an anniversary celebration program, if we going to watch another channel, you know, there will be a lot of stars and sitting there with heavy gararas and all, you know, makeup. But PTV World
Here I
has
am wearing my own company sweater.
you're sitting with your simple dress and very casual dress. So that is a difference
I call
between
it
other
formal,
channels and
you know, I call it formal with my formal PDs.
But
It's
even
not
if
even
it's
culottes,
dance year at anniversary celebration, but still you guys are very simple, you know, as compared to other channels. I must say that.
But I would
Let's
take
not
that
carry
back.
yourself
Because,
very gracefully.
you know, yes, of course.
Yeah.
For me, the fashion statement is less is more.
Yes,
because
exactly.
I do not encourage the heavy. Of course, not because I'm associated
And
with
I
the
must
news.
like to add that you are wearing shalwar kameez. I mean, that is very good thing. It isn't, you know, you are representing your own culture and your own
Absolutely.
dress,
yes.
and it's really good to see. Like, I mean, if other people are watching us, and they must appreciate us that we are, you know, endorsing our own culture through our dresses. And you were talking about English and that discussion I was listening. I must add into something. In Pakistan, people can understand English, they can read, but most of the people can't speak it properly because of hesitation, because of we just get into that thing, pronunciation, and you know, you can say that
Well, the biggest
accent.
hurdle is grammar. The biggest
Accent,
hurdle
grammar.
is grammar.
But
yes.
if you compare Pakistan with India, these they just speak in Hindi style. You know?
Yes, Indian English is a new thing.
They
of
have
course.
their
That's an
own
established
dialect, you know.
accent,
They
yeah.
just speak fluently. They don't care about accent. They don't care about pronunciation. They just speak.
You
So,
know, PTV World also encourages this thing that accent is not accent is Pakistani. That
Yes.
should be Pakistani because we
Because-
belong to Pakistan.
Yes.
The thing is
Yes, that's
pronunciation.
Punjabi
grammar.
people have different
Yeah.
accent. Pashtuns have different
Different
accent.
accent,
So
of
we
course.
must proud of that. We
Yes,
just
because we
use
cannot
language
change
as
our
a communication
accent.
medium.
Exactly.
Not just as a, you know, we start studying it as an English literature, you know. We just talk about every, you know, single things and just criticize others. We should encourage everyone.
Encourage each other,
If
of course.
if he or she is speaking, just let them speak.
Yes, speaking of
Yeah.
that, of course, now we would get back to Mr. Kaleem so that his policeman does not,
No, he won't get offended. Believe me, he won't get offended.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Because it's my first interaction with Mr. Kaleem, so I won't say anything, about it.
No,
So-
it's my first interaction as well, but seeing the smiling face
Oh,
of his,
yes.
I mean, I'm sure he
A
won't get
pleasant
offended.
personality, yes, no doubt. So, Mr. Kaleem, you have been former IG Punjab. How do you think the young generation coming into that department, their approach towards that department? Because, police has been, there are many taboos associated with the police department, that how do you see the young generation? They have the different mindset, they are much more determined, passionate about this field?
Well, I would say, any department or any discipline of life, when you talk about, it's a reflection of what community is all about, The values of community, their traditions, their culture actually inculcates into an individual, and that individual subsequently joins any department. So when you see any department lacking behind or some issues, you can always revert back to how he was nurtured, how he has gone, which school he has gone, which neighborhood he has lived, how his parent has actually groomed him. So that's a very important part, So we cannot label that this department is good or that department, they're all good.
Certainly, of course.
For instance, the police, we lost almost 7,800 officers in war against terrorism.
Yes.
And it includes inspector generals, it includes all ranks officers, and includes female officers.
Yes, of course.
And when you talk about the recent shift that you see in police, there is an inclination of a lot of women folk, joining police department.
That's awesome.
Every year we see now a lot of the females, qualifying CSS and joining police department.
Yeah, need of the
And
hour
they are
too,
doing
because
very good,
we are
Uh,
more than half of the population.
They have brought a change in the culture, and they are part of the system in a way that we see that there's an improvement, and especially the cases against juveniles, in cases of women protections, they are very helpful, But they're also very good investigators. They're doing a very good job in community policing. So actually every one of us is a police officer, as per law. You all can defend yourself. You all can help other if they are being attacked. And if police requires you right now, if I require you, you're supposed to act like a cop and fight
What a positive
and try
thought.
try to
Yeah.
enforce the rule of law.
Yeah.
So we are all cops, So the law begins with yourself. You have to ensure that you will be abiding the red light, green lights, and the norms which have been decided in the social contract, And then it's police who comes when you violate them.
Yeah.
So it will be assumed that there will be few people who are doing that. So police needs to be trained. In the modern times, we have started applying a lot of technology. The safe cities have come up, the drones have come up, the body-worn cameras are coming up. So we see a lot of development in policing, and which has helped us in detection. But the challenges is right out there. When the London police chief was asked why the crime has increased in London, so his simple answer was, it's you. You are doing the crime. You see, and I keep on asserting that crime is not taking place because of police.
Yeah.
The disease is not occurring because of a doctor.
Yeah.
And the fire is
True.
not taking place because of the fire brigade.
Extinguisher, yeah.
Okay?
Of course.
It's because there are some socio-economic reasons over there. Reasons why crime happens, like poverty, inflation, unemployment,
That's
So these
true.
are the factors. So you have to address the non-traditional part, the non-kinetic aspects, if you really want to nip the crime in the bud, But police is trying to respond, and we see a lot of modernization in it. But there is a challenge, It's not easy to enforce policing and to be a cop, It's really a difficult job.
It's
Of
not
course,
easy. I would
yeah.
totally agree with that, yes. And since we're a bit short of time, I would like you, Faiz Saab, to give your message to everyone who's watching this program right now on the 10th anniversary of PTV World. Being an artist, being a person who does wonderful calligraphy, I really wish you would have brought some pieces of your artwork so we could have shown it to the audience. Because I really, I respect everyone, but as far as artists are concerned, I respect them more because my mind sort of connects with them. And it would have been really nice. But any message that you would like to give out to all the audience and us, for us to improve as parts of PTV World, because our producers are watching, our team is watching.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. So the respect is mutual, you being an artist also, so I know I can understand that. I would really like to emphasize that all the guests have also been saying is the role that PTV World is playing. Because this channel, to be very honest, brings that sanity amongst that rat race of the media channels and their ratings. This is bringing that balance. And like one of the guests said, that this is the only channel with the diplomatic society, all the friends over here. It is a 24-hour channel that they watch.
Yes.
So everything that we are showing here, and you guys are showing it in such a positive manner, it has the canvas of it is much larger than just a channel that is doing shows one after another. Arts again is something, art and culture, which our national channels as a duty need to also do, but PTV World is going a step ahead and projecting it around the world. Wherever English is being understood.
Right.
Like we said also that even for our children over the generation which is not associated, unfortunate, very unfortunate, but are not associated with Urdu. This is the communication, and I don't feel anything wrong into it. Anything which can communicate to our generation, this channel is doing a lot for it. And my message would be that we need to keep PTV World as neutral as it is for as long as it is. It does not have to go into that rat race that how many advertisements it needs to run its channel.
Exactly.
It is the responsibility of the government, the people, to have this channel running with as many diverse programs that it can show. And you guys are doing it. There are programs on health. I know there are programs on the pronunciations that you do. There are programs on arts that you keep doing. You keep showing the different sides, the across Pakistan shows. So my advice would be doing a wonderful job that you guys are doing it.
Right.
Project it even
Yes,
more.
inshallah.
I only find that PTV World is not projected as much, and people still do not switch to this channel as much as they do to others.
Well, inshallah, I'm sure they would in the future. We will keep
So
on
we
working,
are
we'll keep
all
on
there
growing.
supporting it, and we will be contributing as much in our capacity, may that be art or may that be in
Of
education.
course, we need people like you to contribute so
but
that
I
we
think
can learn.
This is
the
the
budding
platform
ones.
And
that's
ma'am,
needs to be projected.
as far as you're concerned, really short of time, but we would really like to get your message as an educationist for the youth of Pakistan.
And also, Ms. Farida, you can continue with that. But I had a very important question: that how do you think, as an educationist, the younger generation in their early 20s, how is their mindset, their approach towards life? Are they subtle? They want to, keep themselves close to their nature, you may say, or the art. They want to explore the artist inside. They want to go for a skill, or are they just running after money to get their degree and then just get into the job and in that race?
No, actually, I think it's cliche but true that the real resource of this country is our youth, right? 60%.
Yes.
So I mean, and they're empowered. I feel they realize not only their responsibility, but they scope opportunities. They work on it. They just don't want to, be complainers. I find that is what I find brilliant about this youth. To some, they may come across as being oversmart. I don't think so. It's a hyper-competitive world.
Right.
They have to survive.
Yeah.
And they're not asking, their older generations to help them. They're not even blaming their older generations, whereas they can.
Yeah.
I mean, we've ruined the environment for you. Okay? So, I mean, the younger generation is taking control now, and that is exactly what it has to do. I think the older generations just need to support the younger ones, the generation Y and the generation Z, and the rest you can do on your own. you are aware, and you are empowered. And I think if Pakistan is going to go forward, it is going to be through the youth. They
Right.
have the capacities. Just believe in yourself. That is
Thank
the only
you.
message that I want to give PTV
Thank you.
and the
Yes.
youth. Believe in yourself. You can do it.
Lovely, lovely. Ma'am, your message, a very short message, but really short of time today.
Thank you. I think there's a lot of discussion going on language, accents and all of that. Let's not get into that because English is not our mother tongue. And this is globalization age where you cannot stick to one accent. If I take my example, I think I'm not holding on to one accent. I have a mixture of almost everything. So let's communicate, let's concentrate on that, because if we shift our attention here and there, we are getting into identity crisis. So let's
Oh,
not
yes.
go there.
Oh, yes, right.
So I would say let's stay tuned and let's promote Pakistan.
Thank you so
Amazing.
much.
Yeah.
And Breen, your message.
I must say that keep working hard in order to get success, because success is not a comfortable procedure. You have to become, come out of your comfort zones to become successful. I must say.
Right.
Lovely.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much, all of you, for
I
taking
have a
out time
message to add,
today.
you know.
Yes, yes.
If
sir.
because you didn't ask me about the message. And you missed a very important aspect of my life, you know.
See, here
I'm a
comes
student
the
of a
IG,
philosophy, you
former
know.
IG.
I'm a student of philosophy and I teach philosophy.
Okay.
And philosophy is love for wisdom, you know. And my
Yeah,
message
sure.
to PTV would be like, sky is the limit, but see some successful models of English channels all around the world.
Absolutely.
And Al Jazeera is one of them, and BBC is another. You need to carry a lot of programs for the youths. You like just what has been said. Yes, English is it's an English channel, but you can bring people who don't speak so fluent English, but if they have something substantive to tell you.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
My message is for the youth and for everybody to live a life to make a difference, you know, contribute.
Exactly.
Chip in your part. Yes, the world is difficult, and we understand at times you may not achieve or get what you are looking for, you know. For example, when I went abroad, you know, just lastly, you know, just to
Yeah, yeah.
and I asked someone, I don't see garbage over here, and I don't see people throwing things on the road. And I say, your sanitary department is working very well. He says, not that, that's not the case. He said, we don't litter. We
Yeah.
don't throw
True.
the litter.
Yes.
You know.
True.
Because
Thank you
change
very much.
comes within, of course.
Thank you, thank you. And now we're going to have a cake cutting ceremony, because obviously an anniversary or a birthday is not complete until
Without
unless
a
we
cake.
have a
Yeah,
cake.
of course. We would love to have some. Let's celebrate it together. Let's cut
And
it
let's
together.
cut the cake
Yeah.
of PTV World. And it's
And-
being brought in.
Yeah, by our
so
producer
obviously our
and-
producer
yeah.
Amir Butt is also here, and he will be
And our
bringing
fellow
the cake. And
anchor.
our fellow anchor, Essen, is also here bringing the cake. And
Happy birthday, PTV!
happy birthday.
Yeah.
Lovely,
Yes.
lovely, lovely.
Welcome,
Oh,
Maheen.
and Maheen Jaffrey is also here.
Yes.
Let's just place it over here.
Yes. So
And can we sing a birthday song, please?
really for PTV?
One,
All right.
I'd like
All
all
right.
of you to sing along.
All right.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear PTV World. Happy birthday to you.
That was lovely.
All right, we had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Did you guys have a lot of fun?
Yes,
as well?
of course.
Yes,
we
we
had
did.
lovely guests with us. We thank you all for coming and joining us on PTV World. Keep coming on PTV World so that we can learn, of course, from you guys, of course.
It's the most expensive thing that you can give anyone
Yes.
is your time. So that's your present to
Yeah,
PTV World.
definitely.
Your time and your presence here. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
all of you. Well, viewers, I would say once again, happy birthday, PTV World.